I know that for me, I could so easily watch someone's video talking about them losing weight out of self-love and use that as a justification for me to go back to restricting calories because I'm doing it out of self-love. Really ask yourself, are you truly losing weight out of self-love? Or is the term self-love a justification for trying to meet society's unattainable, unsustainable, thin beauty standards?
Everywhere I go, I'm plant-based dripping.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I want to talk about self-love and weight loss. There are some people that claim that they are losing weight out of self-love and that the reason why they're losing weight is because of self-love. They're counting calories and making sure that they're in a caloric deficit in order to lose weight, and that this is a form of self-love. To me, it sounds like a justification for wanting to fit into society's slim beauty standards. When someone says they're losing weight out of self-love, it is kind of perpetuating the idea that one can only love themselves if they are either slim or they're actively trying to become slim. If you want to practice self-love in terms of health, you would focus on eating the foods that make you feel good, you would focus on resting enough, moving your body in a way that's enjoyable, drinking water, and eating as much as your body is asking for and not purposefully trying to restrict or be in a caloric deficit. So when someone says that they're losing weight out of self-love, they're often saying along with it that when they lose this weight, they'll feel more confident and happy in their body. They think that it's going to make them feel good. They think that it's going to make them feel healthier and happier and more confident overall. The fact is, when you are losing weight through calorie restriction, it's unsustainable, and that happiness that you might find at the end of your weight loss journey is going to be unsustainable. And in fact, you'll realize that perhaps life isn't better once you lose the weight, and people like you just the same, except the only difference is that you have lowered your metabolism, you have perhaps messed up your relationship with food because you haven't been listening to your body and eating as much as you want. You are even more hyper-focused about your body image because you've been closely keeping track to see if you are getting smaller and if the number on the scale is going down. When you're losing weight, you're not necessarily just losing fat. You're perhaps losing bone mass, organ mass, and muscle mass, which is not good for your body, and you're just going to have to eat a lot more calories in the future in order to build back the bone mass, the organ mass, and the muscle mass that you perhaps lost through calorie restriction. Body dysmorphia is a massive thing that really kicks in when we calorie restrict and when we are losing weight through calorie restriction, because when our goal is to become slimmer and to see our body get smaller, we are hyper-focused on our body and our body image. And on a regular basis, we are looking at our body and we're perhaps going on the scale and seeing if the number is going down. We're analyzing our body, which can create a distorted image of what our body looks like. And we realize that perhaps if we get down to the weight that we wanted to get down to, we're not as happy with our bodies as we thought we were going to be when we got down to that place. And it almost becomes this unattainable thin ideal, because suddenly when we're down at that weight, then we're still comparing ourselves to others that we might see on social media who are perhaps slimmer than us. Maybe they have, thinner legs or they have bigger boobs. Like, we're still unhappy with how our body looks at the end. And so it's almost as if we're chasing this thin, perfect body that we're never able to attain. And we think that we're trying to do it out of self-love because we think that working towards this perfect body is what is going to make us happy, when that's just not true at all. I remember I was bigger in junior high and high school, and I was also very shy and very self-conscious in my body. I had issues making friends and socializing because of various reasons, my shyness and because of my low self-confidence. And I really thought that if I was prettier and if I was thinner like the popular girls, that it would be easier for me to make friends, I would be more confident, I'd be happier, and that people would like me, and that my life would just be a lot better. So when I started dieting and restricting calories and losing weight, I finally got down to my ideal body weight. But it turned out that my life wasn't any better than before. I actually became more hyper-focused on my body image. I became more self-conscious than I was previously, and I ruined my relationship with my food. I was constantly worrying about what I was eating, not wanting to go out to restaurants with friends because I didn't know how many calories were in it. It actually did more harm to my relationships than good, because I found that the more that I dieted and restricted my calories, the more I wanted to retreat and not socialize with people. Life is not better when you restrict calories. You're not necessarily going to love yourself more when you restrict calories to lose weight. And you're not going to necessarily get more love from other people when you restrict calories to lose weight. When you're restricting calories to lose weight, all you're really doing is ruining your relationship with food, slowing down your metabolism, making you more hyper-focused on your body image, increasing your chance of developing body dysmorphia, and it's not going to bring you unconditional love and acceptance for yourself. I feel like the term self-love is just such a mask to cover up the fact of what you're actually doing. It's just masking the fact that what you're really saying is, I'm losing weight because I want to fit into society's beauty standards. I believe that once I am slim and I fit into what society says is acceptable for a woman to look like, then I will feel accepted by my peers and I will accept myself because I will have fit into the norms of society. That's essentially what you're saying when you're saying that I want to lose weight out of self-love. If you want to practice self-love in terms of health, the goal would not be to see a certain number on the scale or to look a certain way, but rather the goal would be to eat in a way that's enjoyable, eat foods that make you feel good, move your body in a way that's enjoyable, get lots of rest, drink water, build up your relationships, build up who you are on the inside rather than what you look like on the outside, because that is where true self-love comes from. It's who you are as a person. Do things that make you proud of yourself for your actions, being kind to others, working towards your goals, building your relationships, working on your hobbies, working on your passions, the things that you think are important, improving yourself as a person. Those are all things that are genuinely going to build up authentic confidence and authentic self-love, not this superficial outer appearance that we think is somehow going to bring us true authentic self-love. Our outer appearance is not going to bring us self-love. Authentic self-love comes from the inside, who our souls are, not who our physical body is. But I will say this, if you are someone who is looking to lose weight down to your set point naturally, and keep in mind your set point is not necessarily your ideal body weight, like for example, my ideal body weight was always 120 pounds, but right now I'm 140 pounds, and that's where my body is currently very happy to be at. And this is the weight where I can eat as much as I want, I can eat whatever I want, and my body will stay at this weight. So during my eating disorder, I was approximately 25 pounds below this weight. And after my eating disorder, during my recovery, I was 25 pounds above this weight. And my body settled at that high weight for about 4 months, and it would not budge no matter what I did. There would be some weeks where I was convinced that I had to go back to calorie restricting, and so I would try to go hungry again and, exercise more in order to see that scale like budge. But it seemed like no matter what I did, my body just stayed at that weight. And so I found that I could eat as much as I wanted as well, and I would just stay at that weight. And that was the weight that my body was happy at that point. It really wasn't until I just accepted the fact that my body wanted to be at that weight and just kind of gave up stressing about my weight and food that my body finally started to release weight. So in a sense, you do have to have self-love in order to lose weight, but you shouldn't be losing weight out of self-love, if that makes sense. Don't decide, I'm going to start calorie restricting in order to lose weight because it's out of self-love. Because it's almost as if, say for example, if you have a history of an eating disorder, that's really your eating disorder sneaking back in and trying to say, oh, it's okay that we're losing weight because it's out of self-love, right? I know that for me, I could so easily watch someone's video talking about them losing weight out of self-love and use that as a justification for me to go back to restricting calories because I'm doing it out of self-love. That's a way for my eating disorder voice to sneak back in and say, oh, it's okay if I start counting calories and restricting how much I eat because it's out of self-love, so I can do it, right? But it's a little tricky because in terms of natural weight loss, in terms of allowing your body to go back to your set point, you do have to practice self-love and self-acceptance. The key is that the goal should never be weight loss. You have to get out of this restrictive mentality and you have to get out of this dieting mentality in order to heal your relationship with food and in order to allow your body to do its thing. And by doing that, it will help your body to settle back to where it wants to be at. So in order to practice self-love in terms of health, eat a whole food plant-based diet along with vegan junk foods that you may crave occasionally. Eat the foods that you genuinely love to eat and that make you feel good, that are predominantly whole plant foods. Drink lots of water, rest a ton, get lots and lots of sleep, and always listen to your body when it feels tired. Move in a way that's enjoyable for you and in a way that's sustainable for you. For me, I love dancing, so I dance every day. I used to try to make myself love running. I used to try to run on the treadmill, but I just genuinely absolutely hate running. So I would force myself to run every day when I hated running, and so of course it was something that was unsustainable. It was something that just stressed me out, but yet I continued doing it believing that it's what would help me lose weight. The things that are best to do for exercise are the things that you love doing. So if you love yoga, that is an incredible exercise because yoga is so good for the body and the mind. If you love dancing, you can dance. If you love swimming, you should swim. If you love biking, you should bike. So do the exercise that is not stressing you out and that you genuinely enjoy to do. Focus on your relationships and building community. When we have meaningful relationships, we are genuinely happier. We are social beings. And what happens is many of you who have had an eating disorder or have severely restricted your calories for a long period of time, you know what that does to your relationships. Like, eating disorders can absolutely ruin relationships. And so when you're in recovery, whether it's from dieting or an eating disorder, focus on building back your relationships and focus on building a community where you feel like you belong, because that is so important for overall health, and that will really help you to be happy and allow your body to go back to your natural set point where you're supposed to be at. Also, find something that really excites you in life and that you love working on and working towards. So, for example, if you are super excited about art and you love art and painting, then work on that every single day and do that because it excites you and you love improving on it. Or if you love dancing and that really excites you and doing like competitions and shows really excites you, then make sure you're doing that on a regular basis to get that excitement into you. It could really be anything. If you love working on your own business and if that's something that gets you really giddy and excited and something that you can improve on and work towards, then really make sure that you're focusing on that every single day. Working on photography or videography really excites you. You're so excited about improving on it and getting better on that, then really put all your energy into that. Do things that are really enjoyable for you and that excites you and makes you like so excited to jump out of bed every single day. Focus your life on those type of things, and that's what's going to help you get to your ideal mindset, and that's going to affect your physical body as well and help your body bring you to your happiest, healthiest place. So once you have all these things in order, once you have all the physical things in order, you are eating a predominantly whole food plant-based diet, you are drinking enough water, you are getting enough sleep, you're listening to your body and moving your body in a way that's enjoyable for you. And once you have all the mental aspects in order, you're focusing on your relationships, you're working on developing an overall positive mindset, you are doing things that genuinely excite you and make you giddy and excited to jump out of bed every morning, and you're just working on developing yourself as a person and just working on being an overall happy, more positive person, then once you have all of those things in order, that is genuinely practicing self-love and self-acceptance. And then as a side effect of that, that is going to help you lose weight if it is necessary and bring you to your body's optimal set point. That's what I believe is true self-love in terms of health. Genuinely taking care of your body's physical and mental health and allowing your body to take you to the weight that it wants to be at. It might be a higher weight temporarily if you have been restricting your calories and not taking care of your body. Then it might be a higher weight temporarily, but that's where your body currently wants to be at, and you have to love yourself at that weight and love yourself because you are allowing yourself to be at that higher weight that you are uncomfortable at temporarily. That is truly practicing self-love, allowing yourself to be at a higher weight that you're not comfortable at and loving and accepting your body for where it's at. And when you do that, when you allow your body to take you to whatever weight it wants to be at, and you love yourself unconditionally wherever your body wants to be at, then eventually your body will take you back down if necessary to your set point, where you will effortlessly be able to maintain that weight while eating in abundance on a whole food plant-based diet. So those are my thoughts on self-love and weight loss. Really ask yourself, are you truly losing weight out of self-love? Or is the term self-love a justification for trying to meet society's unattainable, unsustainable, thin beauty standards? So right now I'm going to go eat a bunch of veggie sushi with my boyfriend, and that is what I'm gonna do for self-love today. So I wanna know, what are you guys doing for self-love today? Leave it in the comments down below. I wanna hear all about what you do to practice self-love. Videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell to get notifications for when I post new videos. I also want to give a huge shout out to Morgan. I will leave her username down here if you guys should go check out. Morgan is someone who's supporting me on Patreon, so I just want to say thank you so much to you, Morgan. You're really allowing me to continue making videos on a regular basis, and you're really helping to support my channel and spread my message, so thank you so much to you, Morgan. As you guys know, unfortunately, YouTube demonetizes every single one of my videos that I upload, so you guys who are supporting me on Patreon are helping me so much to show your support and to help spread my message, so thank you so much to every one of you guys who are supporting me. I also have an amazing Facebook support group offered through my Patreon. It's this amazing supportive group of, I got the comment that I do not pronounce the plural of woman correctly, and so I have been trying to practice how to correctly pronounce woman, women, right? Women, how to pronounce women. See, I say women, but focus on like the men part. Women. So it's an amazing group of women, and we're just basically just this amazing group of women who are supporting one another through our journeys of self-love and acceptance and eating disorder and diet recovery. I genuinely do not have the time to respond to everyone, especially in great detail. So on my Facebook group, it's a really great opportunity if you want more one-on-one support with me, if you want fast responses and long, detailed responses to any questions you might have or any support you might want, then this Facebook group is a great option for you if you're looking for that. So yeah, that's everything that I want to say in this video. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Remember that you are worthy of self-love and you do not have to lose weight to achieve self-love or feel self-love or feel more confident or more beautiful. You are beautiful just the way you are, and being in a thinner or a smaller body is not going to help you achieve that faster or feel more self-love than how you currently look. That's all I have to say in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and until next time, peace out guys, bye.
Everywhere I go, I'm plant-based dripping. Got 'em want the new Bruce Lee, Roy, I got the glow. Kicking knowledge to your chick, I let her swim until she soaked. Boy, she trying to